Hi, my name is Cameron, and today I'm going to talk about talent transfer across sporting disciplines. However, to start with, what is talent transfer? According to Collins et al. In 2014, talent transfer is a process used to identify and develop talented athletes by selecting individuals who have already succeeded in one sport and transferring them to another. So, what aspects of an athlete can be transferred between sports? First, we need to look at what sports that are similar. For example, baseball and cricket are similar in respects that there is a ball, batter, and a fielder. Because of this, the skills needed to be successful at these sports are similar. However, you do not see many, if any, cricketers cross over to baseball and vice versa. A more common crossover is rugby league and American football. An example of this is Jordan Mailata, who played rugby league in Australia for the South Sydney Rabbitohs under-20s team before being drafted in 2018 to play in the NFL for Philadelphia Eagles. His position for the Eagles is a tackler. This skill is highly transferable across the two sports, as the way to tackle in both of these sports is very similar and very physical. Transferring from one sport to another is not easy, as you may think. There are many things that need to be considered and looked at before, during, and after the transfer. Before the transfer, the main area for concern is to do with the lifestyle of the athlete. This could include moving away from family and friends, as they could be a major social support network for the athlete. Whittaker and Garbarino did some research around social support networks in 1983 and found they help in many ways and may better serve the needs of children and families or professional one-to-one help. Different culture in terms of training, matches and expectations, and similarly to the first point, moving to a new country. This can be more difficult than the first two, as it is both put together and on a bigger scale. All these things could have an impact on the athlete as they transition over. Moving on to during the transition, this can link back to the considerations I have mentioned. Think into the consideration of the athlete having to move. This can be a very stressful time as it is happening. Another thing to consider is that the athlete will have to make new friends and find where they sit within the team dynamic. Warner et al. Did some research around this and found that team cohesion is positively related to the team performance, showing how important it is for the team and our athlete to get along. After the transition, you do not want to throw your athlete straight into the deep end for the first team training, as they may get injured or demotivated, as the first team will have years of experience in that sport and therefore be much more advanced. A better way of dealing with this would be to start them off in a lower team until they get used to the sport, starting to understand the rules and become comfortable in the sport. This is when the athlete can start to progress up through the teams and work their way into the first team training. There are initiatives that attempt to undertake talent transfer. Collins et al. In 2015 stated that talent transfer initiatives seek to transfer talented, mature individuals from one sport to another, but went on to say, unfortunately, talent transfer initiatives seem to lack an evidence-based direction. However, Sporting Giants from 2007 had a criterion that had to be met by applicants. This was a screening program that was looking for people who may have talents, allowing them to be athletes in rowing, handball, and volleyball. The criteria consisted of prior experience of participation, minimum height of 6'3" or 190 centimeters for men, and 5'11" or 180 centimeters for women, aged between 16 and 25, and some sort of athletic background. In February 2007, there were more than 4,000 applicants, of which 3,010 met the initial criteria. 101 athletes were recruited to participate in an 8-week apprenticeship program. In handball, 15 of the 101 were selected. In rowing, 69 of the 1,131 were selected, and in volleyball, 7 of the 77 athletes were selected. plus 10 other athletes who were assigned to canoeing. At the end of the 8 weeks, 48 athletes continued in the full-time training program. I hope this video has informed you more about talent transfer, its benefits and its risks. Thank you and goodbye.